Welcome, everybody, to the... Well, you've been here for a while already, but we are at the Spring Expo 2026.
There's Jay.
Here comes Mojo Jay. We're going to welcome him onto the stage as well. Only 7 minutes late.
I was in the middle of a deal.
Welcome, Jay. My name is Jeremy Lee. I'm the host of a YouTube and podcast called Sports Cards Live. I'm joined by Mark Hill, as the founder of My Card Post. He's up from California. And we've got Josh Madigan, the host, founder, creator of the Hockey Cards Gong Show, hockeychecklists.com. And we have Jay Mosley of Mojo Sports. How did I get that name pronunciation there?
10 out of 10.
I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm the only Canadian on the stage right now, which is the angle we're going to take is... Obviously, this is the biggest show in Canada. This is the second biggest show in the world behind the National. The National attracts a lot of, well, people internationally to their show in Chicago. It'll be in Detroit 2 years from now. But it's always great to see the Americans come up to Canada to take in the Sport Card Expo. And I wanted to get these guys' perspectives on the community, the landscape, the experience when you guys come up here. And we have a first-timer. I guess everyone give Mark Hill a big round of applause. First time at the Sport Card Expo. Mark, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark runs an online marketplace, the subscription only, not a fee-based marketplace. So Mark, you're here. What brings you up here to the show this time? What are you trying to accomplish while you're here, and how are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, this is my first time in Canada, period. So I'm excited to be here. I'm obviously a big hockey card collector as well. So it's nice to see all these hockey card booths here. So it's been pretty great. I mean, I'm kind of here to network, to meet some of the people that, you build these relationships with so many people online. And, it's great to bring us all together and be able to put a face to a name and shake people's hands and say hi. And, yeah, here to network, just meet people, so...
Yeah, he collects David Pastrnak cards right here, Mark Hill.
I do.
Preeminent Pastrnak. Oh, I see a Bruins jersey right there. Yeah, very nice.
There you go.
Very nice. And we got Josh Madigan. You've been here several times now. You came up, I think, for the first time after the pandemic. Really, did you come up to the expo before you started the Hockey Cards Gong Show, or not until you had started it?
No, I think it was 6 months after that we first came, and just to try to meet people. It was very scary for us still at the time because it's very intimidating being a US-based hockey content creator coming to Canada. We didn't know if we would be scoffed at. This is the home of hockey, right? And but right away, I mean, the best part of I could say about the hockey hobby in particular is how welcome and accommodating everyone is, and it's felt like home ever since, and this is probably now my 7th or 8th expo at this point.
Well, it's great to have you both here, guys. And Josh, I have to shout out the Gong Show Chateau and the end of night get-togethers, and it's been great hanging out with your crew over there. But it's just good to have you guys, and you do such a great job with the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast. You guys are tuning into the Hockey Cards Gong Show, right? In the crowd, we're there. Hey, Hockey Cards Gong Show. You all, and okay, and it comes with a fill as well. There is a fill involved with the Gong Show too, for better or for worse. And then we got Mojo Jay here. Jay's been in the content game for a while. Jay, you've been up to the show several times now. Kind of along the lines with how these guys were mentioning their experiences in Canada amongst the hockey community. What do you think? How has this show been for you so far? And I mentioned hockey, but what do you think about the non-hockey selection here as well?
Yeah, I mean, we've traveled all around the country, or all around the world for shows. We literally were in London, and then we came here. So, I mean, the hobby's grown so much. Specifically here, though, the sports section, the TCG has grown a lot, but there's just true collectors in Canada. I mean, that's what keeps us coming back. I mean, whenever we start that Thursday night, the dinner with you guys, and Friday kind of settling in, Saturday, this is the biggest foot traffic day, and then, wrapping it up. It goes by so fast. But I think for me, what keeps us coming back is the people here.
One of the things that keeps me coming back is your guy JD over there holding the camera. I want to have a big shout out to JD, who's always there helping you out.
You just made it into an Instagram reel.
There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're here to talk about the hobby, and we're all even Mark is a content creator, and
I don't know about that.
no, you are, Mark, because you
He's
put
an
out a lot of
influencer.
reels. But it's interesting as a entrepreneur, or what I like to call them hobbypreneurs. As a hobbypreneur in this hobby/industry, part of growing your business and your brand, even if you're a product or a service, is content.
Yeah.
You've embraced that. I mean, Josh, myself, and Jay, we're all, for the most part, content is our brand. You have a different brand. You're building content around. How important is building content? How important has that been to grow the My Card Post brand?
Oh, I mean, it's been incredibly important. It wasn't something I thought of in the beginning. Actually, I was off all social media platforms for like 7 years. I even deleted a lot of my accounts. But once I got into this, building a business in the hobby, I realized how important content creation is, how important having, an audience to be able to share things with. And so that's something I'm still learning and evolving and trying to find my path there with creating my own content that's, fun for people to watch, as well as, kind of promoting the business that you're building. So it's incredibly important.
Absolutely. Josh, have you picked up any cards this weekend for your collection? I before you answer, I got to say I had the privilege of flipping through your personal collection at the house the other night, and it was a total joy. I love your taste in cards. We have a lot of common.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, we like a lot of the same things. Have you picked up a few pieces for yourself here this weekend?
A couple pieces. First and foremost, my favorite set of all time is 2012 Fleer Retro, and so I always come looking for cards from that set, and I was able to get a Bobby Orr Blue PMG, which is near and dear to my heart there, and any PMG I can get from 2012, I will definitely take.
How about you, Jay? What have you been doing? What's been taking up your time on the show floor? Are you doing? I mean, I see your content. You're always so interactive with, well, I don't want to say just kids, but kids and adults. But you're a great hobby ambassador. Have you been mostly kind of spreading the good vibes? Have you been making deals? Have you been just socializing? What have you been up to so far on the show floor?
Yeah, I mean, for us, I just took a 14-year-old kid on a shopping spree, big Josh Allen fan, and Josh Allen cards are not hard to find here. I figured that out. But we did want to find a rookie card for him, and, we got to celebrate his 14th birthday buying him a Josh Allen rookie. And then I got another kid who is actually holding it down at my booth. He's setting up, and look, man, selfishly, I've lived out my dream in the hobby, man. I get to travel all over the world, and something we've done since Arizona State up until now is I like to set up with kids at card shows, and, we always try to find one or two kids that have never set up before, and, like, he's wheeling and dealing, and we're learning, and I'm learning from the kids, and I remember what it's like doing that. So for me, it's not transactional. I'm really just focused on experiential this year, and this has been such a great year for my brand, and I'm just excited to spread hobby love to kids and people in the hobby. It's important to me, and the collector, to me, is the most important thing right now.
Well, you're one of the best in that business, I would say.
that.
You do such a great job. And one of the things I have to, I shouted out JD already, and Kyle, King of Cards, was supposed to join us, but he's a no-show.
We get busy in deals. It's hard.
I know. It can be tough. But one of the things for the content creators who are creating like show floor content, I think the underappreciated, on a sports team, you've got the guys that get all the spotlight. They're the guys that are scoring the goals, shooting the baskets, throwing the touchdowns. But you've got the what's the word? The unsung heroes sort of teams. And in content, you've got JD, Kyle's got Kevin. How important I'm going to go to you again here, Jay. But how important is your team, your cameraman, your editor? How important is that to building out and putting out great content?
Yeah, I mean, we like to frame good stories, but the truth is, man, I have a superpower, and I get to use this superpower with the hobby, and whether it's empowering a kid or highlighting a dealer or learning about someone's vintage card collection or going to a shop or show, I get to utilize this superpower, and guys like JD or Kevin for King of the Cards, they get to just be like flies on the wall, and they know us in and out. Like, these camera guys see us in the highs and the lows, and they watch us navigate on camera, off camera, but they're there to formulate the story. And if it wasn't for guys like Keep the Hobby Healthy JD or Kev Digital with, King of Cards, I don't think a lot of the world gets to see beyond the cardboard. And like, these guys behind the scenes, they make it so when you come up to us, it doesn't feel like you're being recorded, and that's a beautiful thing we get to do.
Yeah, Great job, and I always like to show these guys out because I know that they are the secret ingredient. If you will, Josh, you've done a really nice job building out the Hockey Cards Gong Show team. You started with Troy.
Yep.
Troy had to retire. You've brought on Louie. You've got Phil, loud Phil, very loud Phil, like really really loud Phil.
Extremely loud Phil.
You got California Dave. You got Sylvan joining the show regular. You got a whole panel going. How has that helped you build the Hockey Cards Gong Show brand by expanding the team?
I always thought of it as an ensemble, and to me, it's like the two ingredients that make this hobby so special are the cards. The cards are the stars, but then it's friends, and that's what our entire brand is about. Is that when you take the cards and you add the element of friends to it, then it becomes a magical experience. And it's like we're a bunch of guys in our 40s that act like teenagers for a week here at the expo, and you get to kind of relive that part of your life because I don't know how you guys feel, but we were a little bit more free when I was younger, and then life hits you, and you have a family, and you have a job, and you have all these responsibilities, and so to recapture part of that part of your life is, and again, I think that and that's what we try to do through our show is to encourage that. We're going to teach you about the cards, and because we're doing the research ourselves, but then we're also going to, really kind of demonstrate that when you find your people as well, that it's just so much fun.
Well, you've certainly done a great job. It kind of makes me think of fraternities in university, locker rooms if you're on a sports team, and now here we are in adulthood, and we have that same social dynamic, but it's because of content and being a part of that community. Mark, you're building a business, and I see in your content you've often got your son with you as you're opening up packs of Upper Deck Golf on a regular basis.
Day 53 today.
50. How has having your son involved with your content helped enhance the experience for you?
Having two young kids, I have a daughter who's 10 and a son who's 6, and being able to include them in the video sometimes, it's everything. And for my family to see videos and friends to see videos of the kids, and they'll often text you on the side, just how cute it is. And interestingly enough, obviously I'm doing this Tiger Woods buyback auto chase, and I'm a big Boston Patriots fan, Tom Brady fan. And I was at my daughter's school the other day for open house and flipping through her project book, and they made them do some research on important people. And my daughter did Tiger Woods and Tom Brady in her little booklet. So it's just like, you're building this business in the hobby, and you're trying to do good, but you're bringing your family along with you, and to include them in it. And they do a lot of stuff at home for me, whether it's sleeving cards and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun to make it a family business.
That's amazing. The hobby can be a great family activity for people, and I look forward to when my kids are old enough, they're still young, to come out here and work a show with me. But guys, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for joining me here on the stage, 2026 Spring Expo, Toronto. Thanks to the production team over there, the cameramen, and you guys who are hanging out with us here live and taking in the conversation. So thank you, everybody.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.